to the show. I mean, this is going to be a fun time because I've got a judge in the courtroom here. I've got Judge Susan Kelly, who is with the 54th Judicial District Court,
Uh-huh.
and but we've known each other a little while,
Yeah.
and we're just going to have some fun today because I want to talk a little bit about your day job.
Oh, Lord.
But yeah,
I
right.
did not wear the robe
That's
on
okay.
purpose.
But that's kind of a
I
kimono. Yeah, maybe you could do a kimono kind of a robe.
that'll be fine. But that is my day job. I love it. There is a bit of acting to it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, of course. We're all, life is isn't that right? Life is a stage.
It's
All
a
the
play.
world's a
That's right.
stage.
That's right.
But
And that's
no.
how we really met and got to
Yes.
know each other.
Yes.
It was through a play we did.
Yes, and you have
Okay,
it.
so let's go ahead. We can go ahead
Okay.
and get started with that. We did the Cemetery Club back in October, November of 2018. So it's been a
It
been a
seems
little
like
while.
yesterday, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. And so but you were not on the 54th District Court bench then.
No, I wasn't. I took office January 1, 2021, and I
Right.
still can't believe it's been that long since
And you
2018.
were appointed by
Governor Abbott.
Abbott
Yeah, yeah,
to that
yeah.
role.
But I knew
Which is a
you
big deal.
way back when my sister worked
I
at
was
Channel
going to say
25.
we knew through Kara
Yep.
Neely, How's
Yeah.
My Hair. I always have to say, you're laughing. You know what I'm talking about. We had a
Oh, my
blooper reel,
goodness.
and Kara was about to go, and she kept saying, "How's my hair?
Oh, I
How's my
know.
hair?"
That's my baby sister.
Love her.
She
Love
is
her.
wonderful.
We
And
should
she
have
was,
had her come and
well,
be
we
on the
could,
show.
and she would liven it up even
Well,
more.
we'll have to do this. We'll plan to do this again
Okay, let's
with
do
Kara.
it.
We'll get guys. We could really get back to the old days talking about Channel 25 a long time ago. But we had the best time doing this show with
Yes.
Beth Richards
Yes.
at the Brazos Theater, and the show's a very small show. It was called the Cemetery Club,
Yeah.
and it was kind of set around Halloween, during.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
So
fun.
you had one of the principal roles, big role. I was kind of a cameo. I'd like maybe 3 pages of
Oh,
copy. There you've got
please.
you've got the
I
you've got
yeah, I
the
brought my prop. I always
the
have a
play.
prop.
You've got
You
the
could
play
you
there.
see, we worked hard. I have no idea where the cameras are, but it's a lot of work to be. But I
Especially when there are 5 people in the cast. I mean, it was a very small cast.
yes, but I told you. I mean, you had a beautiful part. You had that beautiful dress.
I had the fun part.
You were
yeah.
gorgeous, and
I
I
was
was
Mildred.
jealous. Yes, Mildred. But I think it is harder to play for just a few minutes a smaller role than a dominant role, and because I've done it,
Mhm.
and it reminds me of like in sports, like a basketball, where they go, okay, Susan, go in, and then I miss the shot, and they pull me like we knew you couldn't do it. It's like you just have to be so on because
Mhm.
if you have more time, you could mess up, you can fix it, you can do all sorts of things, but when
Yeah.
you just have that little sliver of time. I think it's very hard, and I thought you did an incredible job. I can't
Well,
wait to do another show
I know.
with you.
Every time we see each other, we're like, we need to do another show. We
I
need to do
know.
another show. And so, yeah, we've got to get with Beth and
Yes.
figure out what, and
Well, where's Brazos Theater going?
well, that's what I don't know. And we
Okay.
need to get with her and find out because their space has been absorbed by a private school that's taking that space over. So things are a little bit up in the air with that. But your work in the theater, you've been involved with theater for a long time. When did you kind of get
Well,
bitten by that
probably
acting bug?
4th grade. But I want
Oh,
to say this
really?
about Brazos Theater since
Uh-huh.
Beth's not here. I knew Beth from Waco Civic Theater, but I remember, so at Brazos Theater is not a location. They say home is where your heart is. They
Right.
used to be downtown,
Mm-hmm.
over kind of where the Woolworth Suites are.
Right. I
Yeah.
remember that.
And
Yeah.
I did a show with her, Vanya, Sonia, Masha, and Spike. And that, gosh, 2015, 16, I didn't
Mhm.
bring that
Right.
playbook, but that was a lot of fun. And then she moved out, to Bosque and
And been in
6.
that space for a good long while. Yeah.
Right.
Well, but there's the Performing Arts Center down
Oh,
here on Austin
yes,
Avenue.
the pack.
I mean, I just think there's some good possibilities. It's still just a little bit up in the air.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
they'll find a landing spot.
yeah, and there's other theater troupes
Oh,
around
yeah.
the Silent
It's
House
so
Theater is new.
exciting.
Of course, Waco Civic, they're just knocking it out of the park with
They are.
big musicals and all kinds of fun stuff there. But you were involved Civic Theater. Were you president of the board?
Oh, years and years and years ago. I hate to even think about how old I am, but yeah, back in the 90s, I was very active back then in Waco Civic Theater. Just, oh, it was my lifeblood. But yeah, I was on the board. I was president. I was in a few shows. But yeah, when did I start? I mean, I guess we all get here and we socialize and we start acting. I mean,
Mhm.
everything is an act. But as far as stage, I do remember in fourth grade getting to play Little Red Riding Hood.
Okay.
And oh, they had to work and work with me. But yeah, I was actually very shy and still have a bit of that in
Mhm.
me. But boy, did that help me. It helped me with my presence, with my communication skills. And then when I went to Baylor, like
Right.
you, I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, twice graduated from
Yep,
Baylor,
double
yeah.
Baylor Bear. When I went to Baylor, I was a pre-law major. Back then,
Mhm.
they had a 3-3 program. So if you got in, you could go to Baylor 3 years, law school 3 years.
Right.
That worked for me because if I'd gotten off track, there's no telling where I'd be right now. So you didn't get a real major. You concentrated in
Oh,
something
yeah.
because your senior year, it was your first year of law school.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I concentrated in speech, took a lot of speech classes. I did take drama classes at the Baylor Theater.
Yeah.
I was sort of, like, which way should I go? Maybe just the scaredy cat in me was afraid I wouldn't cut it, and I wanted to be independent. I definitely wanted to be my own person and make my own money and at least put a roof over my head and
Mhm.
eat. I wanted
Mhm.
that much.
Yeah, well, good goals. Good
Yeah,
goals to
yeah,
have.
just,
Yeah.
set the bar too high, but, I didn't wanna be a starving artist either.
Yeah. So you decided I want to be a lawyer
Yeah,
after you knew you liked acting.
I did,
Mhm.
but I struggled with it earlier, to be fair. I mean, in high school, I debated and, some people say, "Oh, you should be a lawyer." And I had, I guess, a bit of the gift of gab if I turned it on.
Mhm.
But I was also in shows and I acted and went to state and dramatic arts and
Yeah.
loved it. I absolutely love theater. And as I've gotten older, and you may feel the same way, I realize how cathartic it is
Yeah.
because you
It's
get
very intense
it's
when you're
intense.
working on a show.
But when you inhabit a character, I mean, like you got to shed yourself. Like at least you've got to peel
Yeah.
some layers off.
Mhm.
And
Oh, I felt like I was
oh,
typecast as Mildred.
you well, you were beautiful. I know
It
that.
was so funny.
Yeah, but I think it's therapy.
Yeah.
It's therapy, and it's not. I think if you really think about it, it's not so much. Some people might think, oh wow, they just like to be the center of attention or the star. It's really something deeper. It's getting to inhabit someone else, and maybe that I say walk a mile in someone else's shoes.
Mhm.
Being in someone else's shoes, like in this, Lucille, she was she was crazy. I may have a little crazy in me, which helps me play the part, but to get to experience that and try to be that as
Uh-huh.
best I can is
Mhm.
it's really therapeutic.
Okay, I'm thinking of one particular point in one of the performances.
Oh no.
And I was not on again, I had maybe 3 pages of dialogue. I was in a very small cameo role.
Oh, I won't forget it.
But I remember I know because you had gone backstage, you had exited, you were backstage, and Beth, God love her, since she's not here, we're going to talk about
Let's
her,
do it.
but she had dropped a line, and I'm waiting for her to say her line so I can exit, so
The
you could
awkward
come back on
pause.
stage.
Oh yes, and I'm back there.
And you're back there, and I'm still kind of waiting. I'm thinking, is she gonna say that line? Is it gonna happen?
The cue,
And then
the
she
cue we all
the
wait
cue
for.
and I finally said, "I think I'll go get something to drink in the kitchen." I just
you,
made it up
you handled it
and got
great.
up and went back. I couldn't believe I did that because in the
did.
moment when you'd rehearsed it and it's supposed to go a certain way, you think, but somehow or another, I've got to get off this couch backstage so you then could come back on.
You
I
did.
could
I remember it. Yeah, you.
It
It
was
was
so
great. It's like,
funny.
oh, I go on now. It was
S-
as if she had given the cue.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so I came back and you were saying I was gonna army crawl my way back on
To
stage
get back out there
to get
somehow.
out there somehow. It was so funny. So I don't know if people have nightmares about. I have
Oh, yeah.
performance nightmares
Yes,
of
yes,
having to
yes.
go take a test
Oh, all the time.
that you didn't go to any of the
Yeah.
classes. You've
Oh,
never seen the book.
you didn't even know you signed up.
Seen the book, didn't know.
I
Well,
still
I would have and I didn't do a lot as much drama as you did. I
Yeah.
did a few, musical shows and things like that. But I would have this, nightmare of just
Mhm.
not knowing what to do.
Mhm.
I'm suddenly in a play and I've
Mhm.
not blocked a scene. I don't know anything about what I'm doing. But
Yeah.
after that incident, it's like I've never had that nightmare again.
Oh, that's
It cured
wonderful.
me. Yeah.
You improvised. You handled it. And yeah, the show must go on, as we say. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember times, and one of the funniest ones, I did Rumors at Brazos Theater. I guess it was a year or two ago, and Wesley Walker
Oh, I love
was
him.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, and okay, so who directed us in Cemetery Club, right, was Richard Leslie.
Richard. Uh-huh.
So Richard was directing us years ago at Waco Civic Theater in the Miss Firecracker contest or something like that.
Hmm.
And I played another sort of ditzy role, and I was supposed to come out on stage with this masquerade mask. And that was a big deal because all the lines centered around this mask.
Right.
And I had brought my bag and I set it down. I said, "You know what I bought? I have this." And it wasn't there. And they were
Mm.
all looking at it and they could see it. And the audience, and I was like, "Well, I left it in the car. It's a masquerade mask, but let me tell you all about it to try to give the actors something to pick up on the cue so we could
Right.
keep the dialogue." Of course, I go off stage and Richard is like, I said, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." He's like, "It's okay. You've established that there's a mask. A good job. But please take it back out." But you do go through those things and it's horrifying.
Something as simple as a mask,
Yeah.
a prop not being where it's supposed to be. Oh yeah.
Oh, it was a big deal. But
Yeah.
but the audience did not know. So
Well, and that's, even, in television,
yes.
our role as news anchors was to make sure the audience didn't know that
I don't know
everything
how
is
you
the
all did
wheels
it.
are coming off,
Well, you and my
behind the
baby
scenes.
sister
So
we're interrupting. Can we talk about this? We're interrupting each other because I think when I talk to you, it's like Lily Tomlin and Meryl Streep on that Prairie Home Companion or something. We're just a stream of consciousness, which
yeah,
is what I love. I don't have to be a judge right now. We can
yeah.
just be two girls, you know, talking.
I do want to hear more about your judge work.
Oh
Though.
no.
I just one thing that I read about you that you helped establish a clothes closet
Oh, that was years ago when I
for
was yeah,
for indigent
defendants.
defendants who
Mhm.
so that they would have something decent to show up in court.
Yeah, everybody
So you
gets a
were a
fair trial.
costumer.
I was a costumer even back then. No, it's sad. Some
Yeah.
of these people, they have no money. They're charged with a crime. They want to go to court. They need to go to court. They have to go to court, and they
Yeah.
may want a jury trial. You don't want to bring them out, and I mean that they've already lost most of their dignity, and some of them, quite frankly, deserve to stay in prison. But they come out, if they're in the jail clothes or whatever, and so some of us, even as a defense attorney, and I took court appointments. I represented people that had no money. I would go to Walmart or different places and buy the clothes
Would you
for them.
really?
Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
let's it wasn't a lot of money, but maybe some khaki pants, a nice dress shirt, something. It's demoralizing, and so I knew there was a need for
Yeah,
it.
because the clothing is an equalizer in
Yes,
a way that
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so we
Hmm.
and it turned and everybody's got stuff that, we give to Goodwill. And so it turned out when we set up that closet, I mean, the whole community was like, "Oh, please."
Is
We
that
actually had
still in existence?
Oh yeah. It's used
A-
every day.
And it's in
It's
the
in the
clinic,
54th District Court.
54th District
Who
Court.
would have known that I would have been the judge there? I mean, this is a dream come true. It's actually, I would say, surreal.
Yeah, well, I want to get more into that
Okay.
about how your journey has been.
Okay.
Susan Kelly, Judge Susan Kelly, actress Susan Kelly. Anyway,
Mhm.
we will be back
Okay.
after this message. Stay with us.
Bubble wasn't here, I don't know what people would be doing, like making PowerPoints or something. I love that I can sit down and build something the way that I think it should be built.
Bubble turns ideas into fully scalable apps. Try Bubble today.
This is what $500,000 in a duffel bag looks like. Actually not real. That's because it's actually prop money. It looks realistic from a distance, but up close you can see it says for motion picture purposes. Visit propmoney.com today to get your money seen or money shot right with Prop Money Inc.
Studio quality voiceovers for your videos online in over 149 languages and dialects. Never been easier to create professional grade videos and voiceovers. Try it today at easeus.com. That's EASEUS.com. Ease US.
Introducing Muck-Off's classic pink bike cleaner, powered by revolutionary nanotechnology that breaks down dirt and grime on a microscopic level while protecting your bike's delicate finish. us.muc-off.com.
Texas country music artist and Waco native Holly Tucker is bringing her annual Holly Jolly Christmas to the Hippodrome stage for one night only on December 6th. You might recognize Holly as a top 6 finalist on season 4 of the NBC's The Voice with Team Blake, but she's been hard at work in the country music scene since. You can expect to enjoy some classic Christmas music we all know and love, with, of course, a country twist, and maybe even a surprise guest or two. Her festive staging and full band visuals brings musical merriment, a little bit of nostalgia, and fun for the whole family. Randy Rogers is the frontman for the Texas-based country band, the Randy Rogers Band, known for their blend of outlaw bent and traditional country music. But he started playing piano and guitar at a young age, formed a band in San Marcos, and has become a successful musician, songwriter, and businessman involved in the Texas music scene and other ventures and venue ownership. You can check out his live acoustic performance at the Hippodrome Theater on December 11th. Check out their tickets online right now. I'm Elizabeth Riley with your Act Locally Waco News, and I will see you next time.
Natural Cycles identifies your fertile window by analyzing changes in your temperature. Just measure in the morning, add your temperature into the app, then learn which days you can and cannot get pregnant. It's that easy. Learn more at naturalcycles.com.
It's the Restore Clarity Focus Patch, my little secret weapon for staying sharp, focused, and on task. Each box comes with simple instructions inside, so you always know exactly how to apply it. Each patch lasts for 3 days. I love that I can wear it all day.
BadCreditLoans.com is a pioneering service provider that has carved a reputation in the financial industry. Simple, fast, and reliable loan application process. And its commitment to responsible borrowing makes it a trusted partner in the journey towards financial stability.
But boy, it looked effortless.
Man, watch this.
Layups, floaters, threes. He was like an unsolvable equation.
I was born like this.
His resilience, his strength, his belief, adversity never stood a chance.
Know your power.
We offer fast shipping, exceptional customer support, and furniture solutions that stand up to high traffic environment. Elevate your space with BizChair's vast selection of stylish, reliable, and cost-effective furniture. Visit us today at bizchair.com to transform your business.
Experience with the Bosley MD hair regrowth kit was amazing. It was easy to use. It let me take off my hat. I could go in public and have my picture taken and feel normal again.
BosleyMD.com.
At TOWNE, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Visit TOWNE.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com. Launched in 2023, ushers in a new era of sapphire ice cooling technology, offering nearly painless hair reduction in just 3 weeks. That's ULIKE.com. You like.
And we're back with 54th District Court Judge Susan Kelly, who is with us. And we've been talking about your acting career because, you know, I'm curious about you have a high pressure job, I would think,
Yeah.
because you got to research, you got to know, you got to understand the law because you're passing judgment on people's lives. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a pretty major thing. How do you decompress? I mean, how do
Oh.
you relax? How do you kind of recharge? And for you, and acting has been, I
Oh,
think.
yeah, definite outlet. I mean, the arts, all of the arts are a outlet for me. Music, theater, the visual arts. I mean, any of that. Going home playing with my flowers,
Hmm.
animals. I mean, oh, fuzzy friends, the zoo. All of that. And here in Waco, it gives me that. I live in Cameron Park. I love Cameron Park. Exercise is an outlet. Fortunately, now that I live in the park, I can actually run or jog to the courthouse, ride my bike to the courthouse. And unlike the old days where I had to get dressed up and look like a lawyer, I can actually kind of wipe off my face and put my robe on.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of times, it'll be the middle of the day and I'm out running the river and I might be on the bench at 3 o'clock or something.
Yeah. Does your day, what's a typical day for
They're
you like?
different.
Yeah.
They're different. Every Monday, typically, the 54th District Court is very, very busy. I mean, we have general jurisdiction, so I could handle a personal injury case or a family law case. But there's enough crime in Waco where historically the 54th District Court has heard felonies or serious
Yeah, I
crimes.
can remember covering many court cases in 54th. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm conditioned just like a stage. You get conditioned to a space because I have practiced in that court for so long. I'm very, very conditioned to it. So that does help the stress. Anytime you're in a new environment, it takes a minute. You know that.
Hmm.
I mean, it just
To
does
acclimate.
to
Yeah. To where you are.
acclimate. And so it's home to me. I told Judge Allen, who he was the judge that I grew up with in that court.
Hmm.
Later, Matt Johnson, my good
Right.
friend, he
Right.
took over. But I told Judge Allen, when I go in there, it's like putting on a good old comfortable pair of blue jeans.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean it feels like home. Now it is difficult. Usually when people leave, one side's mad at me.
Well, sure.
I mean, nobody's happy.
Yeah.
People say, well, if nobody's happy, then maybe you did pretty good.
Yeah. That's what I always believed in television. If you do a story and both sides of the story, they're both, shooting daggers at your throat, then you've done a pretty good job, probably.
Yeah, I have to get over that and I have to
Yeah.
move to the next thing. I got to turn the page and what's the next case. But Mondays, you ask that question, what's a typical day like? Mondays typically is jury trial days. So that's where I tell
Okay.
my staff we need to look our best, we need to be game face. The people from the community, they're nervous, they have to report for jury duty. We need to make them feel comfortable. Um, we need to know what we're doing, or at least look like we know what we're doing, and take care of that day and process. Hopefully, the lawyers do what they need to do, and we get a jury in the box by 5. And then generally Tuesday, the state will start putting on evidence.
That's when it starts. Yeah.
That's when
Yeah.
it starts, and then it'll progress through the week. And a lot of times things will work out, or we'll get a verdict. And so by Thursday, it's a pretty busy plea docket. In fact, Thursdays right now, what we're doing is, and this is wonderful, COVID did this because I was never into this Zoom business or,
Yeah.
this kind of thing for court.
Yeah.
I was very old fashioned, but because of COVID, Zoom got big and you could have hearings by Zoom. So, not a jury trial. We're not doing that. But on Thursdays, instead of having to haul some of the inmates who haven't been out on bond waiting for court, we have a room about like this set up for court at the jail. And so
Oh.
I'm on the bench in my robe, we've got it up, and then the lawyers can appear by Zoom. And we don't have to transport these inmates. And it's
Right.
safer. It's
Yeah.
better for the county. It saves the county money.
A lot of money. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
Wow.
it's I didn't like it, and now I love it. I
Okay.
love it. And by
Well,
Friday, usually, we have a big docket hearing, and then we're trying to scramble and get the docket set for the next week. So that's really how it rolls, pretty much,
mhm.
in the 54th.
Interesting. What's a common misconception that people have about what judges do?
Oh wow, let's see here. There's probably a lot of misconceptions. Oh my goodness. Give me a hint of something. Like what do
Well,
you think I do?
what do I think you do?
Okay, I've got a good one. I've got a good one.
Okay.
Because this has been a big deal because as you see how this I'm pretty much a perfectionist if I
Right.
have a task.
Mm-hmm.
What I've never been good at, and I know my old bosses, I started at the Court of Appeals back in the 80s as a briefing attorney, a little briefing attorney. I'm task oriented. I am not show up at 8, drink your coffee, start reading and writing at 9, figure out start 11:30 where are we going to go to lunch. That isn't me.
Mm-hmm.
I need a project. I probably, now that I'm older, have a little bit of this ADHD stuff. I've talked to my mom about it. She's a counselor. I got to have something. Like when I was a briefing attorney, we were working on an opinion. I would research and write and very kinetic, get this stuff. So I think people, if they don't see my car at the courthouse, they think, oh, well, she must just be playing. Now, I think most people that know me now, I mean, we've done, gosh, probably moved 8,000 cases since
I
I
was going
took
to
office.
say, yeah.
But you're not going to see me show up. I don't really chit chat much between 8 and 10. We pretty much start, I try to start court by 9. I don't obsess over the time. Not to say there's anything wrong with that, because most men in my life, my daddy, that if you're earlier on time, so some kind of little thing
Right.
like that.
Right.
But that isn't me. I'm more like my mama. We have a task. If she's a pianist, if she's learning a part, she's a piano piece, she's practicing when it feels right, and then she may do it for 6 hours. I'm more like my mother in that respect. So, a misconception is, well, she's not at the courthouse. And I've talked to other judges at the conferences, and they said, oh, yeah, I've actually gone up there and just parked my car because I may be at home checking my emails where it's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know I'm up and I'm happy to do it. I actually love doing it. I get calls all during the night for search warrants
Do
or
you?
arrest warrants.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
because the judge has got to sign off on it.
Yes, and I'm
Wow.
happy to do it. Sometimes when it's like what was that Memorial Day weekend when it started about 9 p.m. and it went till about 6 a.m. That was rough. But typically it's no more than 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
But they could be 2, 3, 4 a.m. But again, that's part of the job.
Yeah. Well, that's so interesting. I mean, it's just an aspect of the judicial process a lot of people really don't understand, just
Mhm.
what you've seen
You
on
don't.
television or whatever, Law and
Well,
Order and
yeah,
all that. But
and we're people vote us in. It's taxpayer dollars, and they have a right to say, well, are we getting our money's worth? And is
mhm.
she really working, or is he really working? And they don't know what we're doing. They don't
Mhm.
know that I may be stressed about. I have to rule on a motion to suppress maybe tomorrow, and I can't think up there because it's not quiet. And I'll go home and just get on the computer, and I'll really ruminate over these things, and my family will tell you, I obsess about them. And then I come in that morning, people don't know. They don't know.
Mhm.
Um, and it's fine as long as they'll at the end look at the tasks, the completion of the tasks.
Yeah.
Just like a show, look at the final. You know me. I mean, sometimes I would come late to rehearsal. I wait too late to learn
Well,
my lines. But when it was showtime,
I just think, yeah, that's right. It just came off beautifully. But yeah, it was one of those things. You were busy. I mean,
yeah,
that's what just blows my mind that
yeah.
you can do a part as big as the one you did in Cemetery Club and still have this very active, professional life.
I think it has to be
Yeah.
that way. I think I have to. If I'm not moving, there's something wrong. I'm either moving or sleeping. And I don't really sit and watch TV.
Right, right.
I did watch watch the news, the 10 o'clock news. And now that I know how to find your podcast,
That's right. Hey,
YouTube.
please like and subscribe if you would. And it doesn't cost. It's not like you're paying for a subscription, but if you subscribe to the Ann Harder Show on YouTube, then on Facebook or whatever, it'll give you a little notice that, oh, new show. And so every day at noon on Monday through Friday, there's a new The Ann Harder Show with delightful people
Oh,
like
that's fun.
Susan.
Well, now you
So-
have a follower. I'm
Mhm,
a
yeah.
I'm one of
Oh,
those.
good, very good. So, what is a daily habit or ritual that brings you joy?
Oh God. Well, shush. Well, the two people that bring me the most joy are my son, Ryan, and my mother, who's 91. So it gives me much joy to connect with them. And right now I have them here in Waco.
Oh, good.
And I have my pets, and I just can't get enough of animals and getting in the car and the music. And, I go to the symphony. So many things give me joy. I have attended St. Albans. People don't believe it because I don't go as much as I should since 1981.
Hmm.
And that particular place and space, I would
What a
say,
beautiful sanctuary.
gives me peace.
The music there is fabulous.
Oh yeah. But for many, many years, I am a very active, busy person, but I also need some stability. I need a constant.
Mhm.
And that church has provided that. The theater, the community has provided that.
Yeah.
That park. I mean, I started Baylor in 1980, and just, it wasn't always the safest place, but I felt so much peace and joy just walking along the river. We're blessed. They've discovered us now, but
That's
we're
true.
blessed to live in Waco.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite Baylor memory?
Oh gosh, let's think about that. Favorite Baylor memory. Well, I will tell you, I lived in the dorm, and those girls.
Which one?
I lived in Allen Hall, and I did not know my roommates or my suite mates. It was, what do you call it, like potluck?
Yeah,
or
right.
something? And those girls, we still get together about once a year.
Do you really?
And we graduated in 1984.
I love it.
So the silliness, I mean, I used to, of course, loving theater. I'll tell you a funny thing. I had my record player, and I loved Camelot, Sound of Music.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
Sound of
the
Music?
musicals. Oh, yeah.
And the
Oh,
girls
yeah.
hated it. They hated it. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
I
was
would
Elsa Schrader,
I
the
know,
Baroness. Does that not surprise you?
Not at all.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay,
I love
so
that role.
you get it. So I would annoy them. And then we had the old-fashioned phones. We didn't have cell phones.
Oh, yeah, right. Princess phones.
Oh yeah, and we would play tricks. We did the shaving cream and whipped cream. Hello, and we'd laugh, and we just played so many tricks on each other. And then I would just turn that stuff, da 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 da. And they're like, turn it off, turn. So I think those dorm memories, those are big. Those are big,
Yeah.
and those girls, that's a constant that stayed with me. And we're all very, very different, and we're from East Coast to West Coast, but we still connect. Everybody's birthday, we're in a group chat. So
I love
guess,
hearing that. I love hearing
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Love hearing that.
Maybe I'll let them hear this little bit of a clip so they know that I love them and they're very
Oh,
important to me.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, I love to end these little visits with it is questionnaire, similar to the one the late, great James Lipton would use on Inside the Actors Studio.
Oh, yeah, I loved that.
And these were the questions he would ask. So this is very appropriate since you are an actress and a judge. What is your favorite word?
My favorite word for what emotion or
Just do you
oh,
have a favorite word?
my favorite word. I know my son would say, Mom, that's so easy because you use it all the time. Um, enigma, paradox, irony. Those
I like those.
those come out because and that's probably a little bit of the cynic in me. Don't think anybody or anything's all that because there's always this. And I think I don't know which one. Maybe that sounds so corny to say truth.
Oh, that's a good one.
But I am really big on truth.
And that's kind of the basis of what you're doing every day.
I didn't know you were
in
going to ask
the
me this
courtroom.
question.
But no, but it's, I mean, that's all anybody could ask of a judge is that what you do is true, is the truth.
Yeah, because most people are, look, either side, when they go in a courtroom, they're trying to persuade. They're trying to persuade a jury or they're trying to persuade a judge. And so, yeah, the thing in me is always like, yeah, I know there's another side. I know there's another story. I hear what you're saying and I respect it, but I know there's more. And I guess thank you for making me think about this. And it's funny that I guess I thought of more the irony. But yeah, truth is big. It's real big. Like
That's
I'm like,
good.
sometimes my kids growing up, they give me a Whopper. And like, I'm not buying it. Try
No.
again. Let's see if you can come up with something better. Like, what? Like, is this
What?
this?
Yeah.
I already know. I want to know why you did it and that sort of thing. So, yeah, I guess we'll see if my family agrees with me. My
I like
fiance
that.
agrees with me. They'll probably go, oh yeah, she doesn't put up with any BS. I
Okay.
don't like BS.
There you go. So, what is your least favorite word?
My least favorite word. Failure.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that word
Yeah.
because again, failures may be what made you a success. I mean, heck, and I ran for the 19th District Court. There were 4 of us. And my dream, even as when I first got to Baylor and Waco, I heard about the 54th District Court. I mean,
That's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
And I used to joke and I'd tell people, when I first started practicing law, I'm going to be the judge of the 54th District Court, not thinking, that's like saying I'm going to be the Queen of England.
England,
I
yeah.
would just spout things like that off. So to say a failure, the 19th opened up back in, 2020 was the primary ballot. So in 2019, I stood on the steps of the courthouse in June and talked about, truth and justice for all, and that I was running for the 19th District Court. And we all ran hard, all of us candidates, and I lost. I'll never forget that. I almost cried just thinking of that moment because, we're at the backyard ready. I've never had my own watch party.
Campaign,
Yeah,
watch
you've done a lot,
party,
but
and yeah.
and it was clear that I wasn't going to win, and everybody was trying to be so nice and gracious, and I had to keep it together. And I kid you not, the next day that was March 3rd. I didn't get up, and it was later that week I hear about a plague, like some weird sickness, and
Right.
that was COVID-19.
COVID, yeah, I know.
And then it was duck and cover, and I was like, oh, thank heavens. I can just stay in my house and not go out and see anyone.
I don't have to be
I
a
have
judge.
an excuse. I can put a mask on.
That's right.
And so there was, but it was just a crazy time. And I was like, well, life is over. What if we all die? I lost the election. There's
Yeah.
a plague. I read the Bible. I was reading Ezekiel. And I was just like, this is crazy. This is the end of times. And there was an opening in the 54th because Matt Johnson was going up to the Court of Appeals.
Bumped him up, yeah.
So I'm like, well, all right, I guess I got to try to throw myself together, put together an application to the governor's office because that was by appointment.
Right.
And basically say, well, why would you appoint a loser? I mean, it was really that kind of failure, you're a failure. And there was something in me that was like, stop feeling sorry for yourself, but I was honest. I was honest about that. And I remember interviewing and say, well, who gets in war, who gets shot first? The ones on the front line. At least I went for it. And, I went right there. Well, why would you appoint someone who lost? Well, now I know the people didn't know me. The Republican base didn't know me, or the voters didn't know me. Anybody. I didn't handle that like I should. So I'm better now. But I don't like that word. And I don't like what some people think it means, like you're a failure. That may be, that failing to get the 19th gave me my dream job.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who would have thought? And Judge
Yeah.
Allen, I remember when I lost 19th and, he was so sweet, because again, he had been the 54th district judge. And I said, I think one of the hardest parts about losing is disappointing you.
Oh.
And he's like, oh, Susan, you can never
Yeah.
disappoint me.
Right.
And then when I applied for 54th, he's like, I can't wait to see you in that, my old chambers. And, he was just had such faith in me. That was really amazing. So, sometimes we have to fail. It sounds really corny. Sometimes we have to fail to succeed or get something else. But, all of those cliches, what is
There's
it?
a-
Close the door.
God
open
closes a
window.
door, he opens a window. Yeah,
All
I
of
think that was
those.
from The Sound of Music. Is that
Okay,
it? Maybe.
so, yeah.
What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Oh gosh. I've written those things down. If I could be in a beautiful garden smelling flowers, hearing Rachmaninoff,
Mm.
or my mother in there playing the piano, and the voices of my children when they were younger running
Yeah.
crazy, and then a puppy and a kitten jumping up in my lap.
That all sounds good.
That
That's
it
pretty
doesn't
good.
get a lot better than that.
What turns you off creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Well, I guess that thing, fakes, the phonies.
Mm-hmm.
We've all had our bad days. I mean, we all mess up. I say I have the right to be smarter today than I was yesterday.
Yeah. I like
And,
that. Yeah.
well, I mean, that's what I live by, because otherwise I'm lost in yesterday. I've got to
Mhm.
turn the page. And so, my daddy was a Baptist preacher. He was dean of religion at Hardin-Simmons, like you. I didn't have a choice. I had to go to Baylor.
Yeah.
Or I could have gone to Hardin-Simmons, and I did take New Testament under him.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
I
in
took
Abilene.
economics under my dad.
There
so.
you go. So we did it. Did he give you an A?
I did end up with an A, but he probably gave it to me.
Oh, I don't believe
No, I
it.
don't know.
Well, Daddy said he did everything he could to not give me an A, but I wasn't going to give him that satisfaction.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but so hey, I grew up in church. I mean, I just did, and I don't care for phonies. You don't. Some people will go to church, or they wear it on their sleeve.
Mhm.
I'm a deacon, or I'm in this, and I've done this, and Mama taught me a lot about that, because she loves the water and the music, and so when Dad was, just for a brief summer, was in at Harvard Divinity School. I was 5, and we lived in a tiny apartment. My brother and sister and I, and parents and mother took us to those big museums in Boston.
Oh,
I
my
still remember the
goodness.
smells in the market. It was like Sound of Music. There was
Yeah.
a big storm, and we went up to a convent. Mother was knocking. Could we get in here and get out of the storm? So
Oh, wow.
they're just those
What a great
things
memory.
are just it was beautiful. But I'd rather you just, like, we're all sinners and we all have problems. We're just doing the best we can today, and the best we can do today may not be the best I could do tomorrow or yesterday. So just own it. Just
Yeah.
own it. I mean, Aaron Zimmerman is our priest, and
Yeah.
we get along great. I think he accepts me the way I am.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking forward to having him on the show.
Oh,
We're
he would
getting
be
it all set up.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's coming up. I
Yeah,
can't
he's
wait.
so wonderful.
Yeah. What is your favorite sound?
I don't play it. Kara did, my mom did, but I think to hear the violin,
Ooh, yeah.
that
Mhm.
does something
That's
to me.
neat.
Yeah.
What is your least favorite sound?
Oh, like fingernails on a chalkboard.
That's right. That's
I
mine.
hate that
And
stuff.
I rarely hear people say that.
Well,
but
because
I mean,
they don't have chalkboards anymore.
well, I there's that.
We're
I
getting
can
old.
figure it out on a whiteboard. It's just like nothing.
Yeah, they
There's no
don't
sound.
know these things that we know, the expressions that we have.
That
We
is so
used to.
funny.
Yeah. I just can't stand the
Okay.
idea of that.
So, you lawyer,
Yeah.
judge,
Yeah.
actress. Was there a job you wanted to try? That
Yeah, there's some crazy jobs. I love the outdoors. I like camping. I thought, well, I'd be a good, park ranger or
There you
forest
go.
ranger. I mean, crazy things. I love the animals at the zoo. I think I could have been a zookeeper, or I'd love to just be. What was that wonder Miss Goodall that died that loved the?
Oh,
I think,
yeah,
well,
Jane
I might
Goodall.
have liked to have lived out there with the apes.
with the monkeys.
Yeah, there's a lot of things, like, in a different life that I could have, if the twists and turns had been different.
Yeah.
If I tried harder with, my flute or certain things musically, perhaps I could have made some money doing that, but I don't think so. I think that's just more outlets for me. But I could see myself doing a lot of things. I love business. Heck, when I have my own law office, I love the
yeah.
idea of having my business. I love to go to the office supply store. I like to do that when I was a little girl. My
Yeah.
grandmother was a
Oh,
bookkeeper,
yeah.
so she'd let me play with her little pads and message. But I love that. I think that I would love if I had more money to invest in businesses. We have a little Airbnb, and that's a joy
That's
to
interesting.
me, and
Yeah.
and hospitality, and I like a lot. I thought I could maybe run a flower shop. Doreen Ravenscroft would tell you how much I love flowers.
Yeah.
I think I could do a lot. People joke, "Oh, when you're retired, you're going to be so bored." I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
I love history. I mean, I would
Yeah,
be at the
look at me.
museum. Yeah, look
I'm
at
retired,
you.
yeah.
We're gonna always be busy.
Yeah. What job do you know you don't want, though? No thanks. Let somebody else do that.
No, thanks. Let somebody else do that. I think there's probably several. I think I would just be a horrible accountant.
I know that for a fact.
I'm not.
Yeah. No, about me, not about
well,
you.
no, about me. Well, your daddy was an economics
Yeah,
professor.
yeah.
I had Gilbert, and it was all I could do to get out of that class. I just didn't enjoy it. I did okay in school and math. I didn't enjoy it. I like geometry better. I think
I did
maybe
too.
the shapes,
Yeah, I think it's just the way our brains work, Susan.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I'm afraid I don't know.
Because
what
I
that
did great in geometry. One last question.
Okay.
When you arrive at the pearly gates, what do you want to hear the Lord say to you, Susan?
Oh, wow. That's a tough one. Gosh, I got to end on that. I'm probably you did okay. You did okay. I don't expect accolade. I don't expect that. I don't expect to be tossed into the fires of hell, but I would like to know I did okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did, I want to do what somebody said. I want to do more good than I've done bad.
Yeah. Well, it has been a joy.
Yeah. Yeah, you got me though. I didn't know it was a deep question.
When I saw you and they go, what are we going to talk about? I said, I think we'll do fine. We'll just talk.
We could talk the rest of the
Yeah.
evening. I imagine we could talk forever.
But
I
I
want to
was-
ask you a bunch of these questions.
Well, the tables have been turned on me before with those questions. I did. But yeah, I have really enjoyed learning things from you about your life as a judge and what you do day to day. And we're going to do a show again.
Okay.
Let's do
Well,
something.
We'll get Beth back, and let's find something.
Yeah.
I need to. I mean, it's time. It's time. I know when I need my fix.
Mm-hmm.
I need a fix.
Okay.
Okay. Are
Awesome.
we good? Are we
Thank
off
you.
the
Thank
air?
you.
What's
Yeah,
happening?
I'm going to toss to a break.
Okay.
Thank you. Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead.
Experience the future of secure private cloud storage with Internex. Protect your files with end-to-end encryption, ensuring your data stays private and accessible only to you. That's INTERNXT.com today. Looking for tickets to the hottest shows, games, and events? Ticket Liquidator is your one-stop shop for great prices, no hassles, and guaranteed tickets. Whether it's sports, theater, or concert, for the best seats at the biggest events, start with Ticket Liquidator today at ticketliquidator.com. Ticket Liquidator. Welcome to Kitbag, the ultimate destination for football fans. Whether you're cheering for Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, or any other top club, for true football passion, think Kitbag. Visit kitbag.com today. That's kitbag.com. Kitbag. Since 2014, we've been creating vegan, clean, and affordable skincare with proven actives and potent botanicals designed to treat your ever-changing skin. Celebrate our first decade of transformation today at facetheory.com/US-EN. Face Theory.
Tasmanian spring water range from Sand and Sky. This range is really good for dry and dehydrated skin like myself, packed with 2 types of hyaluronic acid, fermented sea kelp to reduce redness, and my skin feels so dewy and so hydrated.
Finding a sleep sack that my baby likes has been a struggle. The sleep sack from Joy is a major upgrade.
It is all natural eucalyptus, which is breathable and hypoallergenic.
What's your plans for the future? Was it to fizzle or fade away? Your finally conversations left my heart in disarray. Tried to be understanding, so long for compromise. You keep bringing me down, yeah. Down you dead end road. You bet I ain't no saint. You can tell by the way I don't care. Go on, tell it like it is. She said, you're never gonna go anywhere. Tried to be understanding, so long for compromise. You keep bringing me down. Down you dead end road. You're dead end road. Tried to be understanding, so long for compromise. You keep bringing me down. down your dead end road. Your dead end road.
At Mapiful, we believe in celebrating your journey. Our unique personalized products are designed to boost your confidence. From custom home decor to meaningful gifts, we help you cherish the memories that make you who you are. Visit mapiful.com and start celebrating your story today.
VivoSun's mission is to empower growers with stylish and effective products, making indoor growing accessible and enjoyable for everyone. Visit vivosun.com today and get started making growing plants and vegetables easy and automatic.
With Ease US, make studio quality voiceovers for your videos online in over 149 languages and dialects. Never been easier to create professional grade videos and voiceovers. Try it today at easeus.com. That's EASEUS.com. Ease US. Accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com. Dive into adventure with scuba.com, your ultimate destination for top-tier scuba and snorkeling gear. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, trust scuba.com for the best in diving equipment and expert guidance. Explore now at scuba.com. That's SCUBA.com. Scuba.com.
Everybody at EcoLife really has a passion and a real interest in helping people feel well. How much further can we go to get you feeling even better? It is a complete partnership between the two of us.
A big thank you to our sponsor, Fox & Co. Bakery. Check them out for delicious baked goods and your catering needs.
Serving Central Texas since 1889, TFNB Your Bank for Life takes pride in being more than a bank. At TFNB, we remain committed to these principles. If you value them too, come join us. TFNB, Your Bank for Life.
Did you hear what this is going to be? That empty spot next to Dichotomy on Austin Avenue is turning into a French bakery. It's called Un Je ne sais quoi, and they're opening mid-January with croissants, pastries, and enough buttery goodness to ruin everybody's New Year's resolutions, even if you haven't even made them yet. Waco, are you excited for a French bakery coming downtown?
Waco, we're going to have some fun this December. We're launching 24 days of giveaways leading up to Christmas. Every morning at 8 a.m., you're going to see a new prize from a local restaurant, shop, or experience. Make sure you follow along so you don't miss a chance to win.